guys, welcome back to your favorite entertainment and gossip channel, Blessing Robinson Media, where we talk about everything entertainment. And you know that everything means movie premieres, movie reviews, entertainment gist, celebrities gossip, and every other thing on entertainment. And just in case this is your first time here and you haven't subscribed, kindly hit the subscribe button, turn on the post notification bell to get updated when a post is made. Give this video a thumbs up. Click on the like button, drop a comment and share. I would really appreciate all of that. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Thank you for always watching my videos, for always commenting, for always liking my videos. I really do appreciate that. All right. In this video today, I will be reviewing one of the latest Netflix movies right now. I'm talking about TOKUNBO. TOKUNBO is showing on Netflix. You can go see it if you haven't. Just so you know, this review will contain spoilers. So if you don't like, spoilers before seeing the movie, you've not seen the movie, you might want to go watch the movie on Netflix, then come back. But if you don't mind, you can continue watching. And if you've watched it before, you can also continue watching. So let's review the movie showing on Netflix, TOKUNBO. The film follows the story of TOKUNBO, a young man and an ex-car smuggler who finds himself in a situation with his critically ill baby whose treatment requires 9.5 million naira. He is given 3 hours to deliver the central bank governor's daughter to her abductor in exchange for 30 million naira, or else he loses his family. So the movie TOKUNBO showing on Netflix was directed by Ramsey Noah. And trust me, I will say that this is actually a great, movie, a very nice movie. I enjoyed every bit of it, even though I have, some of my observations about it. If you are a media person, or let me say, if you're into film production, I think I say this most times in my reviews. So if you're into filmmaking, film productions, and all of that, you understand what I mean by I have my reservations or my observations. If you've actually seen this movie, you understand better. But anyways, without wasting time, let's go into the performances. Gideon Okeke. Gideon Okeke played TOKUNBO, obviously the lead character, and trust me, Gideon is a fantastic actor. In fact, I don't know, but I just felt like he was actually the perfect person for that role, TOKUNBO, and he actually really did good. His carriage, his delivery, facial expression, the acting, everything was really on point. And as TOKUNBO, the guy in the very tight situation, he really did good. Trust me, his acting was, awesome from beginning to the end. Chidi Mokeme played Gaza. And if you ask me, guys, I would say that Chidi Mokeme's character, Gaza, to me was like a lower version of Scar in Shantytown. The character he played, Scar, in Shantytown. But yeah, good. His performance was good. Maybe not too different from his character, Scar. So it's beginning to look like he wants to be stereotyped right now to be this particular kind of guy in every movie. But yeah, he did good. It wasn't in too many scenes, just at the beginning and later at the end of the film. Darasimi Nadi. Darasimi is this kid actor. I've seen her in a couple of movies, and trust me, she's actually a brilliant actor. I think the last time I saw her was in Bimbo Ademoye's movie on YouTube. I think Shining Star, if I'm right. Yeah. So that was the last time I saw her. I think I've also seen her in a couple of movies before. And trust me, she's actually a brilliant actor. For a kid actor, she actually really does good. She played the daughter of the central bank governor who got abducted. And, her character was kind of interesting. She was able to carry that rich kid, cute kid kind of thing, even though I have my observation about some of what happened, not acting right now, but the story itself. So Darasimi Nadi did good as Nike, the daughter of the central bank governor. Funlola Ayofiebi, I don't know if I pronounced that right. She actually did good. She played Folashade Bankole Smith, the central bank governor, And her character was really good. Somehow I just don't always pronounce her name right, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so something about her character. Yes, she's a brilliant actor, you know that. But then I feel like she's also being stereotyped. She's always playing this very strict woman, very high class woman, and all of that. I will really love to see her, play something else. Maybe I don't know, something different from the regular high class woman who knows her worth, kind of thing. All this kind of characters, just like the one she played in this movie, TOKUNBO. That has always been the kind of characters that she's being casted for. I really look forward to seeing her play something entirely different from what she's known for. Tosin Adeyemi, she did good, a brilliant actor. She played the PA to the central bank governor who also conspired, in the abduction of her daughter, and her character was good. And there was Majid Mikhail. So even before I saw his face, there was a time I heard his voice and I said, "This sounds like Majid," but I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell because I didn't check the names before I started watching, so I wasn't so sure it was the one. But I could just tell that this is. And at the end of the day, voila! I saw his face and I'm like, okay, okay, I'm not wrong, anyways. He played the deputy central bank governor, Raymond, and the villain actually, the abductor himself. His character was really good, was okay. I know him to be a brilliant and fantastic actor as well. I have my observations and reservations too. I'll talk about that when I want to talk about the things I do not like about the movie. Anyways, his performance was good. We also had the like of Adunni Ade. She did good. Her character was really good. Heard her speak Yoruba. And there was also Funny Bone. I can't remember his real name right now, but you know what I'm talking about, the comedian Funny Bone. He actually did good, in the character he played in this movie. Trust me, I like the production actually. I like the whole production, the cinematography, the picture quality, the lighting, the color grading, the angle shot and all of that. I liked all of that, the drone shot, all the angles that, it was taken from. Shout out to the DOP. It was really nice, a very nice capturing, if you ask me. They did very good job in capturing all the angles and taking brilliant and interesting shots. I love that about it. Then also, I liked the beginning. After the part where Tokunbo was the scene opened with Tokunbo filling up the car with petrol and all that, and then it was being chased by police. So at that point where he was being chased by police, and he called his wife, and he was on video call with his wife. His wife was actually in labor, and the wife was like, "My water broke," and he was like, "What is that?" And she said, "My baby is coming," and he said, "Coming to where?" And the next thing, he was actually confused. And at that point, I could say that, okay, this is the first time, dad. And the next thing, he started singing, "Baby Shark, do, 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 do." And the woman in labor was like, "What's going on?" That place actually got me laughing. Because there, why are you singing "Baby Shark, do, 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 do" to the woman who was in pain, like in labor? I actually laughed at that point. Like, I'm like, okay, this guy is a first time dad, doesn't know what's going on. That part got me laughing. I love that about, I think that was like the only place I laughed, I guess so. But I really laughed hard at that part. So I love that about it. I honestly didn't like the cliche Valiant portrait. Valiant in most movies is usually portrayed just as the Valiant in this movie was portrayed. At first we didn't get to see his face. It's a cliche something that, okay, we're not seeing the person's face, or he's sitting somewhere in the dark, wearing hat, having whiskey or something, either smoking, that kind of thing, being shot from the back. We won't get to see his face with that very deep voice until later on in the movie before we see his face. It's kind of cliche. They do it too much in movies, so I felt like you know, uh, producers or directors should actually have other creative ways of portraying a villain in movies. So that I didn't like. And also, I didn't like how easy it was to abduct or kidnap the daughter of central bank governor. It was so easy. I mean, we're talking about the daughter of the central bank governor here. I expect that, security around the child should be tight. I didn't expect that one random person could just walk into, the changing room or something and, just take a child and just leave the place so easy. I mean, it was too easy to kidnap the child. And I felt like for the daughter of the central bank governor, I felt like it should have been tighter. It should have been more difficult. We should have seen that it was actually difficult to abduct, the child, but we didn't see all of that. I mean, later on in the film, we got to know that the PA to the central bank governor was actually also involved in the abduction of the child. I mean, we should have actually seen more of that too. We should have seen how she was able to help, apart from the part where she was narrating some of that in the phone call she had later on. So I didn't like that. Also, the bond that was beginning to happen between Nike and TOKUNBO, like, I feel like I've seen that in certain films or certain movies before, or someone trying to abduct. Before you know, they're making friends. So they were trying to make a bond between Nike and TOKUNBO. But then, based off how the movie ended, they should have created more realistic scenes where we could tell that, okay, these people were able to bond at that point. But in the first instance, why were they even bonding? I mean, this is a rich kid we're talking about. Oh, someone is taking her to somewhere she doesn't know, and she's trying to be friends with the person. It doesn't sit so well with me. I just felt like a lot could have been done there, because it wasn't just okay with me. So I didn't like that about that. If at all they were even supposed to show us the bonding thing, we should have seen more realistic scenes where it tells that, okay, these people really bonded, before the ending part and all that. Also, I got confused at a point. So the point where Raymond, I mean the deputy central bank governor, was apprehended, was apprehended, and the central bank governor herself was actually or shouting at him, saying something like, "Oh, you're a bastard! Oh, I lost my only child because of you. I lost my only child," and all of that. You know, it was as though, yeah, she knew that the child, had died, but then immediately, just right there, the next thing she was saying, "Oh, Nike is alive. Nike is alive. How? How did you know that Nike is alive?" The last that she knew was that you know the car entered into the ocean, and then they couldn't find the bodies of both TOKUNBO and Nike. And she was actually just telling Raymond there and then that our only child is gone, that she had lost her only child. And the next thing she's saying, "Oh, Nike, my child is alive. How did you know that your child is alive? Who told you?" I mean, where did that information come from? There, right there. I mean, as at that part, I felt like, do you people think we're stupid? Because I was actually surprised. I didn't expect that to be that way. There should have been something else done there. There was this part when the fight scene when TOKUNBO and Gaza were fighting and all of that. And there we had Gaza's boys saying things like Gaza, 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 hailing him and all. That was all they were saying there. And then why TOKUNBO and Gaza were fighting. Then the gun fell out of the pocket of one of the guys shouting Gaza, Gaza. Before we got to know what was happening, Adunni Ade's character took the gun and shot Gaza. And yeah, the same boys of Gaza who were shouting Gaza, Gaza did nothing. How realistic is that? That, somebody who seemed to be as powerful as Gaza is in that community could, just be shot like that, and the boys are there doing nothing about it. It was so unrealistic. I mean, I can actually go on and on and on, mentioning some of the things I didn't like. But honestly, I will tell you that the movie is actually a very interesting one. I could connect because I was understanding, but because of how detailed I can be when watching a movie, I think I was able to pick some of these things. I couldn't mention all of them because I mean, I'm so sure maybe some people who can be like me too would pick some things that they didn't like about the movie. But in conclusion, TOKUNBO is actually an interesting movie. If you're a fan of any of the actors in this film, you should see TOKUNBO. If you're a fan of movies with fighting scenes, you should see TOKUNBO. If you're a fan of Ramsey Noah films, you should see TOKUNBO. And if you're a fan of Netflix films as well, Netflix Nollywood films, then you should see TOKUNBO. In conclusion, TOKUNBO is actually a nice and interesting movie. And if you haven't seen it, hurry now to Netflix to watch it. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. If you did enjoy this review, kindly smash that like button. That tells me that you did enjoy this review. Also drop a comment in the comment section, share this video, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed when I told you to do that earlier in this video. Please do that right now. I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.